Alright, so this is what happened. When I took that picture, or rather after I had taken that picture, as I was walking back, I went down this small little slope and I was saying to myself, I have to be really careful here or I'm gonna slip and fall. And what do you think I do? Well, I slip and I fell down into the mud, and I was crawling around in the mud, and well, it wasn't really that pleasant, but I'm cleaned up now and we're back on a new adventure here. So we're gonna continue exploring. I know there's a forest, leaf forest area just up here, and we're gonna go see how that looks. Perhaps it could be something that I'm thinking that it should be a bit drier perhaps. We're gonna go up there, see how it looks, and see if we can capture an image today, or more than one perhaps, hopefully. We'll see. Let's go. Alright, so I'm up now here at the top, at the little forest thing where the leaf trees, okay? So it's a little bit windy, if you excuse the wind noise there, but honestly there is quite a bit of full color here actually, and I found something right here which I think looks kind of interesting, kind of above some leaf trees, and a lot of the trees have these kind of beards, and I'm thinking something is gonna be a composition with something of all this that is around here. It's just, if you look out down here, there are some leaf trees, and these trees have kind of beards and things. It's more over here, as you can see. So a lot of things, and it's got to be at least one good composition among everything here. So I'm gonna get to work on that and see what we can do. I found a composition here which is kind of interesting. It's not a composition that I would usually choose, or what it actually does is that the composition creates a tension between the leaf trees and the full color in them and the pine trees behind them. So the evergreens and not so evergreen trees are kind of having a battle down here. So there is kind of like a horizontal or diagonal line going through the image with the leaf trees and the pine trees. So it really becomes a tension between the two dragging each other, and kind of creates a really nice mood and kind of tells a story in that the leaf trees are losing its color and the pine trees stay evergreen. So I think it worked out pretty good actually. What I did is I used the 70-200. I'm zoomed in to around 190 millimeters. I'm focusing on the leaves using a kind of big aperture at well, I'm kind of experimenting a little bit because I have to have a quite fast shutter speed because there is some wind and the leaves and the trees are moving around a little bit. So I'm having to do a balanced thing between getting sharp leaves and getting the background sharp as well. Preferably I would have liked to have everything sharp, but I think the pine trees are gonna be, or the evergreen trees are gonna be just a little bit blurry, out of focus. So yeah, that's basically it. I also have a polarizer on It's not doing too much. It just adds a tiny little bit of color into the image. That's the first composition there. It wasn't really perhaps exactly what I was looking for, but I think I should be able to find something more here as well, because there is, well, quite a lot here actually. It's just finding the right way to portray it really means a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna have to continue working on that. I did find another composition here. I just had to take one step to the right and it was straight in front of me, and that composition was more of what I was actually looking for to begin with. I have these bearded trees and just a few yellow leaves, and still with the same backdrop, the nice big evergreen trees. I think it's actually really pretty. But it's the same thing there, that I had to raise my ISO up and play a little bit with the aperture just to get it fast enough shutter speed, because it is a little bit windy, as I said. I used the polarizer there as well. It isn't doing too much, just adding a little bit more color into the leaves. So I think both of these images actually turned out pretty good, and considering that the fall color isn't really like amazing, I think the images turned out quite good, even though that is the case. What I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna walk over here to the other side of this little hill